Hello and welcome to 18 WJTS in.form. I'm Kaitlyn Neukam, your host, and today I have the pleasure of sitting with Nancy Eckerle, the Executive Director of the Dubois County, the Jasper Chamber of Commerce. Excuse me, we just had the Dubois County Rotary in, and so I've got my Dubois and Jasper mixed up, but the Executive Director of the Jasper Chamber of Commerce. So welcome.
Correct. Thank you. I appreciate being here.
So we are talking about one of the groups in the Jasper Chamber, the Women Empowering Women group, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
So if you would tell us more about that, I'd love to hear about it and all of the good things there.
Well, the Women Empowering Women group has been around for, I think, 7 or 8 years, something like that. And we took quite a bit of time to organize it back then. And we knew when the planning group grew to about 45 women that we had a good thing going. And so then we did organize. We had a kickoff. We had about 300 women at the kickoff. But that's kind of old history on how it came about. But the mission of the Women Empowering Women is to inspire women in business to reach their highest potential by instilling confidence, building networks, and promoting community in Dubois County. And the membership is open to any woman in business who lives or works in Dubois County. So it's a very open group. Anyone who works anywhere, either lives here, because sometimes you could live here but work elsewhere. Mm-hmm. So we wanted to leave it to be open. We do have a separate dues than the chamber dues. It's $45 a year to join as the Women Empowering Women. And then whenever we have our sessions, which this year we're having 4, we also do charge $10 for admission. That helps pay for your salad that we have. So we try to be healthy with the lunches, and that helps cover our costs for the salads. But then in addition to that, we always pick a nonprofit organization to attend our session and to tell about their nonprofit organization. Like the last time, and you were there, Kaitlyn, we had the Dove Recovery House explain their purpose, their mission, and what they're all about. And then we give them a donation of $250. So the women that are members of the organization, they don't feel like their money is just sitting in a checking account, for example. It goes for a good purpose, and we decided early on to honor our nonprofit organizations and give them a donation. So that's the way it works, and at the end of the year, really, we don't have money left in the checking account because we've given it out to the nonprofits. And then also, many times, we'll give a donation to the Women Lead organization who put on the conference for high school girls every year. So we make a donation to that also to help that event come about.
No, that's fantastic. Is there a certain age requirement, or do you need to have like a brick and mortar small business? You just have to be in Dubois County, right?
You either have to live or work here. You don't have to own a business. Actually, that would really limit to what we're doing. Some women organizations only let like one woman of one type of business, let's say real estate or something, join. Ours is not that way. Anyone that works or lives here, that works anywhere, can be a member, but you do have to be a woman. So that's the only limiting factor.
Okay, yeah, and again, you put that money that everyone gives to be in the group back to the community in some way, shape, or form. Yeah. Now, is this group kind of, with the limited meetings that occur during the year, is it more geared towards networking? Is it more geared towards learning about business things? What's kind of the general schedule for Women Empowering Women?
Well, we do have, we've changed it through the years. We have, I think in the beginning, we were meeting, I don't remember if it was every month or every other month, but it got to be almost too much because women are involved in a lot of different organizations, or let's face it, sometimes on their lunchtime, they just want to be by themselves. So this time, we've decided to do 4 sessions a year. We had one earlier in the year, and that was a networking session, kind of like a speed dating thing was set up, and you were there.
Yes.
It was great because you got to meet so many women that you didn't know before. And I know that one lady that attended, she'd not been to any other sessions. She already planned a lunchtime with someone that was there so she could meet outside of the sessions and get to know that other person a little bit better. And I thought that was fantastic. That's the whole purpose, is the networking, the getting to know other women, and also educating. So we've had a lot of sessions through the years on a variety of topics, but mostly woman-oriented topics.
Yeah, so if someone was wanting to learn more or just kind of reach out and get more information, if they're not sure about what they like, they're not sold on the idea, is there something you'd recommend to kind of persuade them, or is it you guys are very welcoming, and again, it's networking, it's learning, it's all these things. But if someone's still hesitant, is there something you'd like to kind of say or anything like that?
Well, I'm happy to meet someone for coffee or just meet them in my office or talk over the phone about the benefits of becoming a member of Women Empowering Women. And so it depends on what your comfort level is. Sometimes it's hard to be that one that walks in the door that doesn't know anyone else there. But then again, that's how you meet other people. I'm always a big person saying that you have to be in the right place at the right time. And I always say that, and if you're no place, you're never going to be in the right place. So it just takes that coming in, welcoming. The group is very welcoming, so anyone that's new there would be welcome with open arms and given the opportunity to get to know some other people there. Or if you just want to really attend and learn as far as what the session is, then that's all right to do that too.
So this group is kind of geared towards a more passive approach, but then also making connections, learning things when we do meet, and just creating that female community that maybe not everybody thought that they had in Dubois County, or if they have a small business or anything like that, where it's kind of, you're missing the connection, being able to come together with like-minded women and, just do something good.
That's right. And you do have an opportunity if you want to pass out your business card or, share your contact information. That can all happen at one of the sessions too.
Yes, and I do know that there's a Women Empowering Women Facebook group. If someone wanted to learn more about the group, again, they could call the Jasper Chamber.
Well, they could just really look it up, Women Empowering Women, and you could find that Facebook page.
Yeah.
So, that's an easy way to do it also.
Very good, very good. Well, is there anything...
Yeah, I did want to talk about an upcoming session.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, we have our next session coming up on Wednesday, April the 21st, and our presenter is actually a man, but we've had him in the past. It's Aaron Esterbrook. He's actually a digital marketing manager at OFS, but his presentation is going to be covering more things about body language, the power of you, building your personal brand for growth. So, that can be a lot of things to a lot of people, but Aaron is very good about having you really kind of look within yourself. What is it about you that you like? What is it that you maybe don't like? What is it that you want to project to others? So I think you'll find it very good, but kind of developing your personal brand. So what are you about? What is your passion? What's in your heart? Many times, how can you take that passion and those things you believe in and then bring that into the community and get involved? Maybe get involved in some of these nonprofits that we're helping to honor, because there's always opportunities for volunteerism with so many of the nonprofits. But how to take that, what you really believe in, what you're passionate about, what you feel good about, and turning that into maybe how you network with others, how you approach others, maybe how you change some of the ways of how you are and who you are in order to to be more a part of the community, I guess that is, maybe to get out of your comfort zone just a little bit. But he's going to be helping us with that. And again, that will be April the 21st. The doors open at the public library, in the doors right off of the atrium. But the doors open about 11:30. The session goes from 11:45 until 12:45, and that includes time to eat your lunch also.
Okay, yeah. So again, I think just spreading the awareness that the group meetings and the speakers that come in and the learning, no matter what profession you are in, being able to reflect and this is your main selling point is yourself. You have to be able to sell yourself to someone first and then grow from that. And having a community of women to do that with is super important. And even though Jasper and Dubois County is continually growing, we are still small town USA where we need to support each other, and having these resources is super important too.
Right, that's very true. And then going on to the other sessions for this year, August 23rd, we're actually going to have some speakers on a panel, and so we don't have them selected yet, but they will be a combination of some probably women business owners and then some that are involved in some of the nonprofits, and just kind of telling their story of how did they get to be where they are, what are some obstacles that they had to deal with, what are some hurdles and challenges that they had to overcome to make sure that their business was successful. And then on November the 29th, that'll be our last session of the year, we're having Amy Payne, and she has a company called Lasting Order. It's kind of an organizing company where maybe you could have her come into your home or even your business and reorganize, straighten things up a little bit.
Make the flow better.
Make it a little bit neater, those type of things. But she's going to be talking about time management, proactive efficiencies in your day, organizing your time and spaces. So what we could all use that, especially then at the end of the year, I think, when you're looking toward making some resolutions for the new year, how to make sure that your new year resolutions include things like the time management, organization, keeping your things in order, and maybe getting rid of some clutter. Not only clutter physically, but also clutter mentally. So she's going to lead us all through that. And many of us have watched some of those hoarding shows that they have on some of the stations. But, those aren't just that people have accumulated things. There's always some mental health reasons behind those. Why did you start hoarding? Why did you start saving every piece of everything you come across? And so she'll be covering some of those also, which I think can lead to how you can reorganize your time and make yourself more efficient. So that's our schedule for the rest of the year, and we also have a nonprofit for each of those. Our nonprofit that we'll be honoring in May is SWICAC, that's the Southwestern Indiana Child Advocacy Center. And so it'll be exciting to hear about what they're up to since they bought the building on 5th Street, the center on 5th, and actually how they've transformed that building into kind of a social services building, but then their own mission for their own organization.
Yeah, no, all exciting things. Again, I think the central takeaway is women being able to support the community that we live in and also grow within it is part of the main takeaway. And again, any woman who lives or works in Dubois County is able to join. And again, if you have any questions or anything, Nancy's always super helpful with these things and whatnot.
Well, and the other thing, Kaitlyn, is if you're really not sure about it, come as a guest.
Yes.
And just pay the $10 for your lunch and see if this is an organization that you want to be involved in. So we always invite women to come as just a guest without first becoming a member. But most of the time then they become a member after they see what a great organization it is.
I am testament to that. I went to the first meeting and I was just enamored with the community building. It wasn't necessarily the community there. It was the overall feeling of it, being able to connect and it felt good. And again, if my money's going to all of these nonprofits, that's a bonus, and I get to talk to some nice ladies and make some connections that way.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, Nancy, thank you so much for coming in and talking. Is there anything else we need to touch on with women empowering women before we kind of sign off here?
Not that, but I'll be back to talk about some things going on with the chamber in the near future.
Naturally, yes. Yeah. We always look forward to the Jasper Chamber things. You guys are always everywhere. I hear about chamber things all the time. So again, one of multiple pivotal groups in the community that we have here in Jasper.
Thank you, and I appreciate your time this morning.
Yeah, thank you very much. And you've been watching 18 WJTS in.form. Again, the Women Empowering Women group is available here in Dubois County to any woman who lives or works here. And if you want to learn more, just, of course, reach out. And we are local people watching local people.